going to be right. Whereas you are applying for another job and you keep saying to your friends, I expect to get the job because you are probably going to be right too. So it's really very simple. You get what you expect. So when you say about in a pessimistic manner or optimistic manner, both the way it's correct. I think this subject is little bit like that. So, but our idea today to discuss this is mainly that to line the action point of the great man Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee, because he never expects all the time. His expectation is not like me to catch the moon. So that is the true. He is more logical and practical. Now, come to the beliefs. So far, beliefs in the young mind. So far, our great man, Tiger of Bengal, is always firm about his opinion, about his decision, and about his action point. Beliefs are the assumptions we make about ourselves and about others in the world and about how we expect things to be. But a belief is also simply a thought that you keep repeating over and over again until you believe that it is the truth. Beliefs can be supportive. I am a first learner. It's easy to learn to swim. I am always so lucky. Beliefs can also be limiting. I am always unlucky. It is hard to get a new job. I am never going to learn how to play poker. I am not good enough. I don't deserve to be a rich person. Beliefs are often based on experiences from your childhood and from what your parents and your teachers, your friends told about you. Your friend says that you are a good bowler. So all the time, all the friends say if you are a good bowler, then your belief comes, yes, I must be a good bowler. So it is like that. So beliefs comes like this. And family surroundings is also one of the factor. Beliefs, the participation of our parents are the key in the most beliefs, because then the child learns about that. And limiting beliefs are often the main reason why you don't get what you want. You can learn to discover your limiting beliefs simply by paying attention to your thoughts and to what you are saying to others, by being curious and playing a detective. Some limiting beliefs lose their power as soon as you become aware of them. So Sir Ashutosh also have got the confidence in his mind, and he believes whatever he supports with his own mind. There are various release techniques, of course, to handle limiting beliefs. For instance, the work, the second method, and EFT. Now coming to the ideals. You see, an ideal is a determination act in a certain way or to obtain a certain result. The idealism of our great Tiger of Bengal is really known to all of you, and we should fall in line, particularly the young people, young mind should believe that, because today's young people have more confidence than their own mind because of, as I mentioned to you, that if he wants to study only, if he wants to like that I should be the master of history, say for example. So if his father or parents say, no, you go for math, that will be more useful for your future career, he will not listen that. He will go on history. So that is one of the good thing that each and every area there is a prospect in the professional career, if you are the master of that. So he wants that he should be master of history. He should know the history, modern, old, or whatever there, ancient history. So, but he should be master of that. So this sort of confidence today's young people are having, which possessed by late Sir Ashutosh. So he is still alive, I should say, because we are still carrying all his activities. We fall in line with that. Now, thoughts, beliefs, expectation, intentions are all related to some way or other. Your beliefs are based on your thoughts. And even though you may think that your expectations are based on your experience or on facts, they are more likely based on your beliefs. Whereas intentions seem to be less influenced by your beliefs. And therefore, it will often be easier to set positive intention than to have positive expectations. Though they are related, there is a difference between a positive expectation as also and positive intention. I intend to get the job, there is a difference, and I expect to get the job. Intentions are very active. You set an intention, which means you are in charge. Whereas if you are applying for other job and you keep saying to your friends that no, I will get that job, that means you probably going to be right to your expectations. Expectations seem somewhat more passive, yet at the same time they seem stronger, don't they? Do you believe that? So today's young mind, these four qualities are very much important as the day of Sir Ashutosh. I do not want to linger my speech with the Sir Ashutosh's entire his life, career, whatever he has done, that most of the people we know, if somebody doesn't know, he can always get that information. So here the main thoughts, what we want that young mind, young people, they are following Sir Ashutosh, not, I should say, the critically, but the topic today, what we are discussing, that is all we are carrying out his whatever advices he has given. So thought, expectation and beliefs and ideals for the young people are very important today, particularly the birthday of Sir Ashutosh, and that is why we discussed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, now I request Mr. Rahul Bose. He is a well-known face from the IBM Global Business Services, Education Planning and Consultant, Asia Pacific Learning Service. Mr. Bose, I'll take over the mic after both of them finish their deliberations.
Yes, finish. Respected Mr. Prasad, Dr. A.K. Das, Dr. R.P. Banerjee, Ashish Da, and so many dear people who have assembled here on this momentous occasion of Ashutosh Mukhopadhyay's 150th birth anniversary. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon, and especially one coming in from the IT domain. I find a lot of parallels in the topic, because we deal with young minds, restless minds to be more precise. So I'll have and coming in last or coming in second last has an advantage. It's like coming in like Ashwin or Harbhajan Singh, when there's not much expectation to score runs, when the Virat Kohlis and Shikhar Dhawans and the Dhonis have done their bit. So it's an advantage to come in at an 11th hour. So to keep it short, what I had thought of a young mind, and when I see my children and children at large, and see myself as a child when I was young, I first thought of kites flying up. All of us have flown kites. We like kites, so my first vision of children or people who are young at heart, they give a leap. Now when we age, we can't race, we can't jump, but our hearts can, and our minds can soar as far as they can go up. So I start with a montage of some kites which shows up, and come to the point of what will learning look like in future. And this is something I do in my practice. So a few points just to bear in mind for the young person. And there was a lot of discussion just after lunch on knowledge, information. I would keep it simple that learning in the future will need to be relevant. Young people are restless. They will take in whatever is necessary, reject or eject whatever is not necessary. So the system or the learning or the portal or wherever the learning happens has to be responsive to their just-in-time demands. So I remember that children need it now and young adults also need it now. Like, gone are those days when we used to have a black bakelite phone, a land phone in the house. And where I stayed in central Calcutta, our number was 442537. So two types of calls usually used to come to our house. Late in the night, unhappy calls. Is it the Park Circus Cemetery? Or happy calls like, is it the British Council? So we used to say, no, it is neither the British Council nor the Park Circus Cemetery. Today, people would just call up on a cell and immediately get a response. Compelling. With compelling, I mean that whatever does not arrest or is not active enough to engage a young mind will again face rejection. So the learning environment needs to be at the learner's own pace, his own time. Somebody might peak very early in the day, somebody might be a late night person. As I see children today speaking on mobiles at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. And then I tell my son and daughter, what do? Do you speak at this time? And say, it's normal. We sort of, this is done. Collaborative, people all over the world, now it's an open world. All the walls of windows have broken down. So people all over the world can collaborate. And hardly there is any young adult who'll sort of confine himself to 82.5-degree latitude, that is Calcutta, though he physically might sit, but his mind and his colleagues and his cohorts might reside, as Professor Bikash Sinha said, from Rangoon to Tehran. So the world is large. Finally, it's continuous, which we have understood in the knowledge and industry field, that our training event is an event. So that's at an interval you give an injection. Now learning doesn't happen like that. People want continuous spasms of information. So it's not only a formal cerebral event which happens on dates 21 to 23 of April or whatever. It has to be continuous. And finally, if I have learnt, what is the outcome? So this is coming out very clearly in the young mind. What is the use of my learning? That I learned so much of calculus, that I learned so much of how to make hydrogen sulfide, Tintin Abbey, Shakespeare, William Wordsworth. I learned Rabi Thakur, I learned Premchand, I learned biology, I learned how a frog croaks. How can I use that learning in my field? So learning which is like ready cash or a check is valuable to the young mind. So, to sort of summarize, the young mind has a global mindset. And ask with a hand on your heart, how many of your relatives are global. And if I ask everybody in the room, he will say, my cousin, he stays abroad. My brother, he stays abroad. My sister, she stays abroad. Or stays all over the world. So today's children are global. Their mindset is something we cannot ever reach. And I resisted quoting Khalil Gibran, your children are your children, but you can never reach their age. Because it's far, they have gone ahead. They are knowledge hungry. They would want knowledge instantaneously, like instant gratification. They're increasingly mobile, so your education has to be on a mobile apps. It can be on a mobile device, on the mobile phone. So you see children playing with mobile much too often. Do not mistake that they're wasting time. Sometimes it's useful because they might be learning up something on the web or Googling up something which they have just learnt. The young generation values time because they know clearly time is running out for them, and they're technology savvy. So this is a great divide between people who are the baby boomers born earlier and people who are born after 90s. They're very tech savvy, and you can't fathom what they'll immediately put up a Bluetooth, they'll learn things, and they'll listen to music, they'll do poetry, they'll multitask all at one time. And finally, I celebrate the youth for their spirit of inquiry. Always ask questions if you do not understand, and do not ever take a given as a given. Okay, Euclid said that two sides of a triangle sum up to more than the third side. Prove it. So if that is not asked, or three angles of a triangle make 180. So if you don't say who said it, then I feel that it is passive. So the learning implications, I mean, to keep tango with the global mindset, what have we done to learning? So one is that relevant and available learning for a diverse workforce, which means women increasingly coming up, and we have a gender disbalance very heavily skewed towards men. In the major markets and in the growth markets, it's still 70-30. It's not yet 50-50. In India, it's 80-20 or 90-10. It would be pretty dismal. So there is a hype on gender balance. Increased performance and productivity. Okay, learning has to be accessible beyond industrial boundaries. It cannot be just to my sector, my service line, my line of discipline. It has to go beyond if it needs to. And it finally is dominated by collaboration. Today's children are collaborative. They will chat, they will phone, they will use late nights. They will use 48 hours of the 24 hours available to learn and to make themselves ambition come true. I close with this, with a picture of a transformation that the young mind can only grow up to an adult, just like a chrysalis transformed to a butterfly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Das and Mr. Rahul Bose. Good evening. This is an honor to me to be present here in this part of the celebration. And I would like to thank the organizers, especially Bengal Chamber of Commerce and also AIRC of ICAI, and Professor R.P. Banerjee, who is available here. Good evening, sir. One thing struck me, since I am almost the last of the speakers. The topic is on young mind, but I think it is, there is a definition of mind. Mind is the status of, age is the status of mind. So that way I think people who are here by age, we are all seniors, many of us, including me. So some people, young people who are sitting in the dais or in the audience, they may be wondering why young people are also not addressing. See, some of the points which are being discussed are coming out through the experience. It is not that we should always learn by our experience, we can learn by others' experience also. So that's the whole idea of having a combination of audience here. And if you really look at it, There are speakers here who are from the academia, then like even Jayas is again academic, this one, and IBM. So I was trying to find out why me. I am basically from industry, as I was explained. I got my colleague, Mr. Kshamal, who is also from the industry, Steel Authority. We work from Steel Authority. Mr. Das, who is our past president, he is from Coal India. He was Director of Finance. I was ED Finance. There's one similarity. We all have combined, and then we are connected with the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and which really touches all the 4 points what we were discussing today, namely the topic, what we are discussing is thoughts, expectations, beliefs and ideals. I would like to take this opportunity to talk about the Institute for about 2 minutes, so that it is very clear as to what I am talking. The Institute conducts the CMA course, which stands today on 4 pillars of knowledge: the regulatory knowledge, the financial reporting knowledge, the management and the strategy. If really we want to do a very good job and then nurturing the minds of young people for developing a fantastic Indian nation in future, then we really need many things, including ethics, corporate governance and finance, management and strategy. That is where the Institute comes in, giving cost effectiveness and efficiency and cost competitiveness globally, and on corporate governance and performance audit. Coming again to the young mind, the Institute has embarked on a wonderful project called Catch Them Young at 10+1 level, so that they can be groomed as future cost and management auditors. One of the speakers, I was there present throughout the day, somebody was talking about learning to do and learning by doing. So the Institute teaches learning to do, as well as the Institute takes the young mind and young people learning by doing, by arranging training on the job. And people again talked about accountants in the morning session who are needed for putting the things in place in the nation building exercises with cost competitiveness. So I just thought I'll talk about the Institute for the 2 minutes, because why I am here I thought I should explain, and I again thank the organizers for that. I fully agree with you, Dr. Das, when you talked about the pressures what previous years the students faced and these years students face. Well, the students are able to definitely choose their own path when they are going for the education. But it is also a concern, I'm talking of the right from the childhood, it's a concern, the way somebody was mentioning here also, the way we were enjoying life at a younger age, whether these days children are able to enjoy. Because they are into the competitive world right from day one. I think even before the child was born, we think of which school, where to go, whom we will have to catch up. So the child is on a competitive race right from day one. And then even the date of birth is also sometimes prefixed to take care of so many angles. I don't know, even marriages may be fixed depending upon that. So the competition is hotting up and the pressures are faced by the students, and pressure quotient is really very high. And I also agree with you that, in fact, I thought I will give this opening remark that my job was made easy by both of you. IT has changed the core of learning now, and it is expected to change the phase of the classroom even. As when you are talking that it is needed that we should immediately have everything. Previously, we have to go to the classroom to learn. Nowadays, webinars and webcast and all come to your home, your house, and then you can at your leisure learn also. So the IT has really changed many of the things. And when it comes to the thoughts, like thinking big. So once when you think big, then I think you start acting big. So the thought process has to be like what we were listening throughout the day. As you think, you become at the end. So the thought process for the young mind, I'm not talking of young people, I'm talking of young mind. It can be on any age, because everybody is going to contribute in the nation building exercise in future. And expectations, apart from all expectations, if you really look at it, there are things like learn and earn or learn while you earn. Both are available. So previously we have to only do completely, you have to make your curriculum finish, then you get into the job, then do. But there are courses including our institute where you can earn as well as you can learn. And then as you were telling, there are a lot many creative opportunities. I know, including my son who was doing engineering, at the same time he was doing a creative writing. Both are entirely a different proposition. One was literature, another is biotechnology. So he is a well-known creative writer, and now after that he is now doing Master of Business in Human Resources with XLRA. Now I do not know. He has got, the whole world is in front of him to choose whatever he wants to do. And all the three things he is liking and then doing. So this is one of the greatest moments available for the young people of this country. And when we come to the beliefs, there is a strong belief, I think all of us agree, education. See, that is where we were all discussing about the great man on whose honor we are now assembled here. See, education is alone can propel the person as well as the nation forward. If the nation is going to be completely literate, like some of the states in our own country, like Kerala and all, they are completely literate, and there are some other states which are not literate. And what we were talking of this, the ratio of 19%, 13%, everything contributes to the young mind and their future. And when we come to the ideals, one of the ideals which all of us are following, many of us are following, and then we do honorary service and all those things. The ideal should be give back a part of your time, energy. It's not only money. Money is one aspect, but your time, energy, and your knowledge to the society and to the nation as a whole, especially in the education field, so that everybody can go up. It is a collective responsibility of all of us to take the young mind to go up. And with this few words, I would like to conclude by thanking Dr. Das and our young friend from IBM. IBM is a well-known brand. All the very best. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Professor R.P. Banerjee to hand over mementos to the speakers. I would now request Mr. Shamul Banerjee to hand over mementos on behalf of EIRC to the panelists. I would now request Professor Banerjee to conclude the session.
I think we can go down. We can go down.
Good evening, everybody. A lot of waiting time, and a lot of patience shown by you all. Those who are still sitting here, many people have left according to their time plan, but it has been a very successful day for us. The thing that we had considered